Welcome back to the Coke Classic, 42nd annual Coke Classic here at Gaylord Condart Arena at the Stubblefield Center on the campus of UAFS, Arkansas Fort Smith. You see Robinson has defeated Charleston 52-49. Heritage defeated Fordyce 61-52. Wrong graphic. There we go. And we're set for Little Rock Hall and Southside. Southside coming in 5-7. Hall's 3-2. Blair Cartwright, Cassius Williamson with you on the call. Cassius, what do you expect in this one?
And this one is going to be a little bit of the same that we just saw in the Fordyce game, except Southside's probably not going to push the tempo, and Hall's going to look to push the tempo. For Southside, they need to find a way to get Franks the ball, get him going, because he's their everything. You saw yesterday they struggled when he doesn't have the ball. He's going to be the playmaker. He doesn't have to score all the points, but he needs to be the playmaker. You know, beat the press, make the right passes, make the right decisions. I'm sure Coach Adams trusts him to make those decisions. For Hall, they just need to get a roll and get going, and they're a little bit more athletic than Southside, so they have that advantage. And I look for Hall to run up and down the floor and get quick and easy layups off of steals. But this one should be an exciting game.
Hall got here by defeating Rogers Heritage 60-41 yesterday. Southside defeated Fordyce 55-47. In both those games, Hall and Southside shot over 50% from the field. Southside shooting 52.4%. Hall shooting 62.2% from the field. And they also out-rebounded their opponent by 12. Free throws, well, the favorite is going to be Hall if it comes to a free throw shooting contest, at least based on yesterday. Hall hitting 76.5% of their free throws. Southside 50% from the charity stripe, and that is not going to be a good thing if they keep that up tonight. We're just about set for our national anthem and the action of the starting lineup, so we'll send it downstairs.
At this time, we're going to ask that you please rise and remove your hats from your head as we honor the United States of America with the singing of our national
So we are ready for the starting lineup. Southside, Fonsupon, Mitchell, Washington, Merrill, and Franks. For Hall, Williams, Session, Miller, Kulabai, and Wesley. The first of two semifinals coming up. The winner moves on to the championship game tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Northside and Little Rock Fair will play the second semifinal game following this one. Southside in the home whites. They will move right to left. Hall in the orange. They'll move left to right, and they win the opening tip. Southside's going to start out in a one-man zone. 1-3-1.
1-3-1.
Miller backs it out. No shot clock. Just straight up basketball. Hall being very patient with it. Both teams tend to be a little methodical on offense. Nothing wrong with that. Hall 3-2, Southside 5-7. Stuart Adams, the head coach at Southside. Eric Coleman, the head coach for Hall. Warriors not able to capitalize on the first possession. Now Southside gets their first crack at it on the offensive end.
You see Hall comes out in a man-to-man. They're going to apply pressure. They're not trying to deny Franks the ball. He gets it anyway.
Franks had 20 yesterday. He's the high point man. That has since been passed by Braden Ross, who pumped in 26 in the first game today. Oh, they left Franks open for three. He hesitates and draws a defensive foul on Williams.
Hall's playing man-to-man. Southside, talked to the coach yesterday. It's not a 1-3-1. It's a matchup zone.
A little trickeration. Franks, a tough jumper. No good. Both players hit the deck. Hall brings it down the other way. Passing inside. That was for Session. He had it blocked. And he's holding his, well, he was holding his wrist momentarily.
That was a great job by Southside. They missed a tough shot. All the players were able to get back on defense. See Hall setting up in a man-to-man press. In a man-to-man press, the way you beat it, you get a good draw ball handler. I couldn't say my words, but a good ball handler. Let somebody beat somebody else one-on-one.
Southside works it around the perimeter. Washington throws up a three, no good. Long rebound. Warriors have it. They'll bring it across the timeline. And he stepped on the sideline. Tough break for Wesley as Mayo will check into the ball game for Wesley.
And Hall looks like they will not bring any. Oh, they're going to bring pressure. So it starts off in a man-to-man. They're going to run and jump. Somebody's going to come set a trap soon.
Franks gets it across. Mitchell's in trouble, needs someone to bail him out. Washington got it inside. Fonsupon draws the contact. He'll go to the line for a pair.
And just like yesterday, you see Coach Adams calls the rest of his players that are not shooting free throw to over there to tell them what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. Coach them up. It's great coaching by Coach Stuart Adams.
And that's Williams' second foul. And Coach Coleman's assistant was talking to the ref, and the other ref came over and said, no, he can't be doing that. So he sat down as Jario misses the first one. And with that, Safarian Jamar checks into the lineup, number one. Southside will concede the free throw if it's missed. Still looking for the first points of the ball game. And, of course, he makes that one, and it's 1-0 Southside.
Frank's going for a steal right there. Usually that'll put somebody out of position. They should have just swung it to the corner since Frank was out of position right there.
Session kicks it across. Mayo for three. Got it.
Against any zone, you want to just keep moving the ball. Eventually somebody's going to get an open shot.
Here comes that pressure. Dangerous to dribble amongst three Warriors, and it results in a turnover and a layup for Miller. Well, Southside's going to see this pressure all night long. They better get used to it.
They're going to see the pressure all year long, not just tonight.
Yeah. Washington took steps. Or that was Mitchell actually taking the steps. 5-1, Hall in front. It's almost like a home game for Southside. They've brought the Palm squad and the cheerleaders. They're making a lot of noise. Mayo drives in, hangs in the air, no good. Rebound controlled by the Mavs. As Mitchell will bring it across.
That was a good defensive possession for the Mavs right there. They need to figure out a way to get some half-court offense rolling. Score against this man-to-man.
Franks couldn't get it to go. Rebounded underneath by Merrill, and he is fouled. 2 shots coming his way.
It's a great job by Merrill attacking that offensive rebound and going back up with it, giving his team a chance to cut into this lead a little bit.
Koulibaly picks up the foul, his first, and that is already 3 team fouls on the Warriors.
Well, you see early that the Warriors, they want to play fast and they want to play rough. Maybe last game's crew was the game for the Warriors.
Yeah. Yeah, where they let everything go.
But it seems like they're going to call everything for this game.
Well, and that's up to the teams to have to adjust to what the officials call. All 3 points for Southside have come from the free throw line. Still looking for their first basket from the floor. A 2 and a 3 for Hall. Nice move on the inside, and Sessions is there for the putback.
Cannot give an offensive rebound up right there. That offensive rebound now allows Hall to extend their pressure.
Well, Washington just zoomed right through there. They couldn't get the basket. And now the Warriors want to go the other way, and that's tipped out of bounds. Oh, it's going to be Southside basketball. I thought Franks was just trying to sell the official, but he agreed with him.
Looks like Franks did sell the official a little bit, but maybe it was tipped off the Hall's player.
Yeah, he had a better view of it, I think, than we did, but Washington a deep 3. That's an air ball, and that will go the other way. They're just not used to playing offense that far out on the perimeter.
Well,
comfortably at least. Good ball movement. 3-pointer misses everything by Jamar, out of bounds, and it'll go over to Southside. Both teams kind of look a little tight.
Semifinals game of the Coke Classic. Both teams probably are tight. It's good it's only the first quarter and they look tight, not the fourth quarter.
True. Carlos Davis is going to check into the ball game. Jamar will take a seat. And almost stolen away. Mayo knocks it into the stands. Southside will retain possession.
They need to find a way to be able to get Franks the ball right here. Try to let him beat the press since it's man-to-man. And when the trap comes, another guard has to help him. You see, he calls for the clear out.
Somehow knifes his way through and got the layup to go.
Such
Wow.
a nice move, but even I'm saying ooh after that.
That was pretty. First field goal of the night for Southside. Franks with 2. He had 20 last night.
Franks had to go get it and come back with it with that ball.
Davis missed a layup, and now there's going to be a foul on Wesley as Washington tried to bring it up the floor. And that's the 4th team foul on Hall still. No fouls on Southside.
Franks does a really good job of creating space for himself to be able to go get a scoring opportunity.
Definitely a difference maker for the Mavs. In a little trouble, gives it off to Merrill. Back over to Franks. He'll take it up top. What's he got in mind? How about a little pull-up jumper? Oh, my.
I don't know if he'll be able to guard him one-on-one all night.
No. That is not an easy shot, but he made it look easy, and we're tied at 7. Wesley flashed in the lane. They decided not to go to him. Mayo now lobs one to Session. That's knocked away by Washington. Guess who's got the ball? It's Mr. Franks. Nice pass inside, but they couldn't finish. Might have been blocked momentarily by Session as Merrill went up.
I don't know if Merrill was ready for the ball.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it looked like a rush shot.
Southside will inbound into their basket. 1:46 to go in quarter number 1. First semifinal of the 42nd annual Coca-Cola Christmas Classic. Washington lost it off his foot, out of bounds. Coach Adams with some instructions in his first year at Southside. Of course, played at Southside, was an MVP of this tournament.
Yeah, it's always good to play for somebody, coach for the same high school.
Fonsupon came away with the steal. Washington back to Fonsupon. He does a nice job of running the point for Southside. And Mr. Franks comes over and gets the ball. It's almost like they're running a little bit of clear out for Franks. And Sessions just jumped all over that pass and took it away. Mayo on the other end hesitates. Williams goes baseline. Inside, Wesley off the glass.
It's a big, strong, grown man move right there, going up over everybody and scoring a layup.
Nice ball movement too, and now Hall has a 2-point lead. Mavs have not led. They've tied it, but not led. Franks for 3, and the lead, no. But Mitchell there for the rebound. Couldn't get the put back, and Merrill is fouled on the next putback. And that is team foul number 5 on Hall.
Yeah, Hall kind of bailing the Mavericks out a lot right now, picking up a lot of unnecessary fouls.
But the good news for Hall, the bad news for Southside is they're not a very strong free throw shooting team. And as I say that, of course, Merrill knocks down the first one. But as it bore out last night, they only shot 50%. They shot better from the field than they did the free throw line.
Ooh, that's always tough going.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see if you're wearing powder blue. And we are tied again at 9, 20 seconds to go. Would imagine they'll hold it for the final shot. Trying to get a good look. They're going to have to go quickly, though. Miller with 5 seconds. He'll pull up from the Lions' main. No good. Rebounded. And no shot forthcoming for Southside. And we've reached the end of one, and it is all even right where we started. 9-9. Back to Fort Smith after this timeout.
Do allow me to learn to fight my own battles. Don't try to relive your youth through me.
Do allow me to make mistakes and learn from them.
Don't allow me to quit before I complete the activity. I need to learn perseverance.
Do support me and come to watch me play and perform and be my biggest fan regardless of the outcome.
Don't encourage me to specialize in a specific activity or sport.
Don't talk bad about my teammates and coaches.
Do teach me to respect my coaches, instructors, and officials.
Do understand that education-based activities are more about just winning and losing. They're about learning.
Tonight's game is powered by Mascot Media. We provide branding, promotional, and fundraising services for high school athletic programs nationwide. Mobile apps, tickets, print promotions, and websites empower the school to create their own sports network. Second quarter. Tied up at 9 apiece. Mavs looking for their first lead of the ball game as Mitchell drives baseline and has it stolen away by Miller. Sessions will take it up top and give it right back to Miller. And he'll go post up high and now on the baseline. A nice pass inside Williams. Couldn't get it to go. Jay Washington has checked in the game and he cleared the rebound. Mitchell wanting to drive, now kicks it out to Franks, and that's not going to be the connection. That's going to be a turnover. Back over to Hall, and now LaRoche will check in for Southside. Washington will check back in.
You never want to make a bad pass and lead it to a turnover. At least the ball went out of bounds and they didn't get a chance to go get a layup right there.
Wesley's going to check in for Williams. I'm going to say somebody's got to come out for Hall. They had 6 players on the floor. Mayo knifes his way in, hands it off. Kulabai couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Washington. Franks up top. Is he looking to score or is he looking to pass? He's looking to score. Drives in, pull-up jumper. Little strong as Session gets the rebound and might have twisted his ankle as he came down. Oh, that's going to be a charge. No, it's going to be a block.
I felt like that was a charge. Also, Guy had good guarding position. He just didn't get the call. Maybe the ref saw a different thing than we did.
Yeah. So LaRoche picks up his first. Sessions still kind of hobbling around out there. Is staying in the game, though. Miller thought about the 3. Session. And that was short, and I think that ankle's bothering him, Cassius, because he kind of went up tentatively on that one. And LaRoche just picked up his second foul in like 20 seconds. Ooh, and that's well short. Yeah, he's
trying to tough it out, but
you
can tell
he's out of sorts.
That is hurting him.
That's not the player we saw yesterday. Missed them both.
He did a good job of getting up on his toes that time on the free throw. Maybe the ankle is bothering him a little bit, but it feels a little bit better also.
LaRoche tried a 3. Everybody goes flying. The ball goes out of bounds. It will belong to the Warriors. Bailey Proctor is checked in for Southside, number 44. Miller and Mayo. Now to Wesley. They'll play back and forth on the perimeter. Stolen away. Washington feeds it ahead to Franks. Hesitates. Oh, what a block by Session.
Yeah, I don't know how much that ankle is bothering him.
Well, now he's hobbling again, but man, for a moment, he was money. Wesley will take it in, might have carried it. Miller for 3, no. Yeah, Sessions normally gets a little higher on the rebound than that. It'll stay with Hall, though, as it goes off the south side.
Well, that was a nice block by Session. You saw him run the man down and block the shot. Nice athletic play right there.
Miller brings it all the way out up top. Franks guards him. Session called for it in the high post. Mayo traveled. And Coach Coleman's a little flustered right now with his offense.
Yeah, the offense, they can't seem to get anything going. Maybe they get some quick steals and a couple layups. There's a foul call.
Jay Washington picks up the foul. First, no, it's a third on Southside. Southside takes a 30. First timeout of the ball game. Nobody scored in the second quarter.
Yeah, we see some really good defense by both teams right now. If somebody looks like they have a fast break chance, somebody's getting back on defense and playing good defense. So, although you like to see good offense, I like to see this type of defense because it's not the boring, nobody's scoring, everybody's running up and down the floor, nobody's stalling.
They're making plays.
They're making plays. Just nobody is finishing the plays.
Yeah. Franks with 4 points, Merrill with 4 points. Fonsupon with 1 and 4. Hall, 2 for Wesley, 2 for Miller, 2 for Session, 3 for Mayo. Williams might have shot, needed to shoot that instead of pass it. Results in a turnover. And Hall's going to go to a substitution real quick. Franks tried to get it. No good. We go the other way. Williams ahead. Miller back to Williams, who lays it up and in.
That's a good little quick tip pass right back to him.
Finally, somebody scores in the second quarter. We went over 4 minutes without a score.
You see the trap coming. That's good.
Oh, bad pass. Wesley pulls it out. They had a man advantage. Now he goes to the basket. No good. Session. Oh, it wouldn't go. And he's hobbled again. He's still all over the place. Franks. Washington. Proctor trying to post up, but Williams not letting him do that. Jay Washington with the ball. LaRoche. Pull-up jumper from Franks. You bet.
Yeah, Franks is not going to miss that open over shot. This way to create your own space. Fake one way, go to the other, catch it, shoot it.
Sessions on the baseline, kicks it out. Miller for 3, no good. Kulaboy couldn't get it. He's fouled underneath.
You got to box out. You see that Hall is more athletic than you. They're going to just out-rebound you if nobody is blocking out. So Southside has to start blocking out. Maybe they'll get some over-the-back calls.
So Koulibaly at the line for a pair of free throws. Fonsupon and Mitchell will check back in for Southside. LaRoche and Jay Washington check out. Koulibaly with one more free throw attempt. And that one rimmed out. Washington down the court. Fonsupon. Oh, wow. Did he just flat miss it?
I think when he slapped the backboard, it kind of shook the rim a little bit. But I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
I don't think
Adams, you see Coach Adams.
Yeah, I would think that's goaltending. Koulibaly, boy, he hit it. He hit that backboard hard. His hands got hurt. Getting in a little discussion from Coach Coleman. And a pat on the back as he takes a seat. Session, he's just not. That ankle's not right.
It's a great
Franks
read by Franks.
Lost it.
Even though he lost it, that was a great read. Disrupts the offense. Now Hall has to start over, and you see they've been struggling in the half-court offense.
Coach Coleman calling for the high-low offense. Sessions at the high post. Now calls it off. Now gets it, and he'll turn and shoot the jumper. No good. And the littlest guy on the floor, Fonsupon, comes away with the rebound.
Fonsupon does a lot for this team. He rebounds, steals the ball, scores when they need.
He knows his role and does it very well. Franks trying to get loose, pumps, and that's an air ball. That was trying to do a little bit too much. Miller the other way. He'll go to the basket, scooped, he's fouled. Washington doesn't agree with the call.
It's a bad shot by Franks, leads to the fast break opportunity for Little Rock Hall.
And that's Diedrich's second foul. Both teams now with 5 fouls. This is Miller's first free throw. Well, neither team is shooting free throws very well. Jay Washington will check back in. And Diedrich Washington checks out. Miller missed them both. Loose rebound. Fonsupon comes away with it quickly up the floor to Franks. Washington. Fonsupon. Oh, and it's going to be a charge on Washington.
That was a great call right there. You see Washington clearly ran over the defender.
A little too aggressive. Coach Coleman wants to take a timeout. It'll be a 30, so we'll keep it right here as we are tied at 11. And with that, we'll also recognize the Center for Psychiatric Wellness. And they specialize in clinical and diagnostic psychiatric treatment across a wide span of ages, located on Cameron Park Drive in Fort Smith. Visit their website at centerforpsychiatricwellness.com. 2:13 until halftime. Hard to believe this game is just kind of flying by.
The game's going fast, but it's only 11-11.
Yep.
A lot of defense being played out there right now.
Definitely not a lot of scoring. Just 2 baskets here in the second half. It was 9-9 after 1. Nice move by Williams inside. Session missed the dunk. If he's healthy, he finishes that. That ankle's, I mean, he's playing on a bum ankle right now. He's still pretty dynamic.
Yeah, you can kind of see he didn't really elevate as high as he wanted to.
No. He's probably about 6 inches or more shorter than where he normally is after what we saw yesterday. But he is gutting it out. He is a gamer, no doubt about it. Miller over to Williams. Session wants it down low. Will they get it to him? Mayo kicks it out. Session on the wing. Cross court, dangerous pass. Williams pulls up deep, 2, no good. Mitchell grabs the rebound quickly. The Mavs wanting to run a little bit. Nice move by Mitchell, no good. Merrill.
You can kind of tell that it's a home game for Southside as they get that N1 bucket right there. It gets loud in here. And I believe this is the first lead for Southside coming late in the second quarter.
That would be correct.
Better late than never.
Brock Wesley just picked up his 3rd foul. Merrill's got 7.
The Little Rock Hall doesn't really have that much depth. They're picking up a lot of fouls right now, so.
Oops, I had the scoreboard wrong. Under a minute to go. Wesley, nice move, especially with considering he's got 3 fouls. Now here comes the pressure. Well, he's getting close to a 10-second call.
So great. Oh, that's money.
No good. They get the rebound. Mitchell. Oh, that missed badly. Merrill. Ooh. That might have been blocked. He wanted a goaltend, but that was a good block. Southside basketball with 12.1.
Session is out here dominating every part of the paint. Both sides, the paint belongs to him. But in that run and jump that Hall was showing, Fonsupon did a great job of creating space so he could be able to see everybody that's open.
Koulibaly checks in for Wesley. Franks, will they run it clear out for him? It looks like they're trying to. Can't do it. Tried to go underneath, knocked out of bounds. Not bad defense, though. Williams kind of surrendered Crowbring, but that was really good defense. 2.3 left.
2 seconds left. This is going to be a great opportunity for the Mavericks to get a catch-and-shoot situation, probably for Franks.
That one's tipped. Session throws it, tries to throw it the length of the floor. Not bad for a guy playing on a twisted ankle, most likely. And so it is halftime. Well, Hall's, he was a little confused about which locker room he wanted to go to. Guys are saying, hey, we're going back over to this one. So we have reached halftime. Merrill leads the Mavs with 7. Franks has 6. Fonsapon with 1. For Hall, Wesley with 4, Miller with 2, Session with 2, and Williams with 2, and Mayo with 3. How would you describe the first half?
Well, the first half was very interesting. You saw that I told you at the beginning of the game Hall was going to want to get out and run, and it looks like they were able to do that at first, but Southside kind of slowed the game down and made it to where Hall had to play at Southside's tempo. So that was very interesting to watch. Franks was, it seemed like he was scoring all the points, but eventually he got some help from some other players scoring some points. But Hall, they really can't find a consistent scorer. Session, he kind of tweaked his ankle, and that kind of hurt him a little bit. But besides that, Hall is doing good on defense. Both teams are doing good on defense. Overall, there's only 27 points scored, 14-13. So I'm excited to see if the second half is going to be more offense or more defense like we saw in the first half.
We shall find out. It is halftime. We'll step away for a moment and return with the second half. Right now, though, Mavericks on top by 1 over Little Rock Hall, 14-13 at the 2019 Coca-Cola Christmas Classic.
Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, provides an extraordinary real estate experience for clients and agents. Come see us at 3920 Rogers Avenue or online at WeichertFortSmith.com.
Negative sportsmanship just brings the game down. It makes it not fun anymore.
Oh, negative sportsmanship affects the way that I play.
As a player or an athlete, it has a very negative effect.
And it just brings us all down in a sport that should otherwise be fun and enjoyable.
Negative sportsmanship affects me where I feel like my game isn't the best that it can be because someone else is putting a damper on it.
I feel like I wasn't given the chance to win if there's negative sportsmanship.
It doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone around you, it affects your team. And when it affects your team, it affects how y'all play and how y'all can bond together.
Negative sportsmanship makes me feel very poorly as a player. It definitely affects my performance whenever I play.
As a player, it takes fun out of the game just when it comes to that point where emotions get out of hand and the game's not fun anymore.
How is your sportsmanship affecting the game?
How is your sportsmanship affecting the game? How does your sportsmanship affect the game?
How does your sportsmanship affect the game?
How is your sportsmanship affecting the game?
Sportsmanship at its core is respect,
integrity,
compassion,
honor, and self-control.
From all participants, coaches,
officials, and fans.
Games may get heated, intense, and personal.
This would likely lead to chaos and maybe even violence without sportsmanship.
True sportsmanship leads to having clean, fun, enjoyable competition.
I know you want me to learn discipline and self-control.
Can I learn discipline and self-control by watching you?
Sportsmanship, be positive, cheer for your team.
Your behavior at games shows who you are
and what you value most.
Parents are very important role models.
Let your child see you upholding these principles of sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship avoids all criticism and unkind actions.
We understand some calls will not go our way.
It happens at every level of sports,
even with the professional officials. Do you get it?
Sportsmanship emphasizes the importance of respect, integrity,
decency, and self-control.
I think we can all agree that these values are needed now more than ever before.
Demonstrating sportsmanship shows that you care about all kids, not just your kid.
Please don't demonstrate your lack of sportsmanship on social media. It's embarrassing.
Education-based activities are about more than winning and losing. They are about learning.
Sportsmanship is integrity.
Sportsmanship is respect and kindness.
Self-control.
Accountability. Character. Persevering through challenges.
Playing for the love of the game.
Sportsmanship to me is all about respect,
staying true to who you are and being kind.
Having respect for everyone on and off the field.
Not only having respect for your opponent, but respect for the game in the way that you handle your emotions and how you carry yourself.
Sportsmanship means to me that you have respect for yourself and other players, and you can keep your emotions together and just have fun with the game.
Sportsmanship is just being honest and being fair to not only your teammates but opponents.
Sportsmanship means respecting all players, coaches, and officials on the field and having a positive attitude.
Weichert King Realty Group provides an extraordinary real estate experience for clients and agents. Come see us at 3920 Rogers Avenue or online at kingrealtygroup.net.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 140,000 participants here in Arkansas who take part in high school sports or activities.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Do allow me to learn to fight my own battles. Don't try to relive your youth through me.
Do allow me to make mistakes and learn from them.
Don't allow me to quit before I complete the activity. I need to learn perseverance.
Do support me and come to watch me play and perform and be my biggest fan regardless of the outcome.
Don't encourage me to specialize in a specific activity or sport.
Don't talk bad about my teammates and coaches.
Do teach me to respect my coaches, instructors, and officials.
Do understand that education-based activities are more about just winning and losing. They're about learning.
Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, provides an extraordinary real estate experience for clients and agents. Come see us at 3920 Rogers Avenue or online at weichertfortsmith.com.
Negative sportsmanship just brings the game down. It makes it not fun anymore.
Oh, negative sportsmanship affects the way that I play.
As a player or an athlete, it has a very negative effect.
And it just brings us all down in a sport that should otherwise be fun and enjoyable.
Negative sportsmanship affects me where I feel like my game isn't the best that it can be because someone else is putting a damper on it.
I feel like I wasn't given the chance to win if there's negative sportsmanship.
It doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone around you, it affects your team. And when it affects your team, it affects how y'all play and how y'all can bond together.
Negative sportsmanship makes me feel very poorly as a player. It definitely affects my performance whenever I play.
As a player, it takes the fun out of the game. Just when it comes to that point to where emotions get out of hand and the game's not fun anymore.
How is your sportsmanship affecting the game?
How is your sportsmanship affecting the game? How does your sportsmanship affect the game?
How does your sportsmanship affect the game?
How is your sportsmanship affecting the game?
Back here in Fort Smith, we're just about set for the second half of semifinal number one. It has been a low-scoring affair, to say the least. Southside on top of Hall, 14-13. Kind of hard to believe that's a halftime score.
Yeah, that kind of looks like a first quarter score to me. But like I said earlier, there's a lot of defense being played right now, which it's not one of those defensive games where it's kind of boring. There's a lot of action going on. People are turning the ball over, making steals. There's a lot of blocks, dunk attempts, everything. You see everything, but a lot of defense. And there's a minute left to go, and Hall is still not out here. Wonder what coach is dialing up in the locker room right now.
Northside going through their shooting line. Southside on the other end. It was 9-9 after one, so that tells you how few points were scored
Now it's
in the second quarter. Yeah. So we only had 9 points in the second quarter, if my math is correct, which often it's not. Here comes Hall out of the locker room. The officials are out as well, so they'll shoot Northside off the floor. Southside will put the basketballs up at midcourt, and we'll get ready for the second half action. So what can you imagine that Coach Coleman was talking to his team about at halftime?
He's probably just saying, you know, right now we're playing at Southside's pace, and we don't want to do that. We want to play to our own identity. You know, we want to run up and down the floor, get some steals off of the press, force some turnovers. They're a lot longer and lengthier, as you might say, than Southside is. They want to force some turnovers, get some quick steals, get some easy layups. Because that's who they are. They want to be able to score in fast break opportunities, and then if it comes down to it, be able to score in the half-court offense. They're struggling right now in half-court offense. They need to get the ball to Session at the elbow or at the free throw line, let them work, because there's nobody that can guard them right now, and figure out a way to score in the half-court.
And if you're Coach Adams for Southside, what's maybe the one message you have?
Well, Coach Adams, you know, his message is probably all positive things. You know, right now we're playing and it's our advantage. We're at home. They're playing our style of play, and this is what we want. So, you know, maybe, well, as I'm looking at it now, he's probably in there saying we want to box out. But besides that, you know, they're playing how they want to play. They're controlling the narrative of the game.
Williams with the basket. Hall gains the lead at 15-14. Now the pressure fast and furious. Franks will just back it back out. Coach Coleman says, come on, I want some more defense. Come out and get these guys. Fonsupan had a tip, got it back. There is a deep three. Maybe a little deeper than they wanted. Williams clears it out. Hall looking to push it down the floor. Session, oh, he got fouled. I don't know they would have got high enough to dunk it, but it was still impressive to watch.
Yeah, Washington, he kind of put his life on the line. He was about to be a Sports Center top 10 play.
Yeah. And already that is 3 on Washington. Session just 2 points in the first half. So he just gets 1 or 2 in the lead back to 2, and Franks might have picked up his dribble a little early.
Well, Little Rock Hall kind of switching what they were going within the first half. First half they were doing a man-to-man press. Now they're doing his own press.
3-pointer no good. Mayo leads the Warriors the other way. Williams just screaming for it over in the corner. Now gets it down low. Wow, Mitchell blocked him. A lot of contact. They play on. And that was almost a careless foul that went unwhistled. Frustration more than anything. Franks looking to shake and bake. Gets it back in the corner. Southside looks a little more content to work a little clock. Franks, a little floater inside.
Shoot that.
They'll run it down. Washington a deep 3. Yeah, how about that?
Well, he kind of held the pose after that, like they love in basketball. Keep the pose up, showing off.
So Southside regains the lead. Sessions had it go off his hands inside. He thought maybe it was tipped.
So far in the first couple minutes of the second half, you see a lot more offense being played than there was in the first half.
Jamar came in and then came back out. Coach said, no, you got to go in, son. Wesley comes out. The Warriors will extend the pressure. A little too much emphasis on that bounce pass. It caused a turnover. Williams looked like he might have got fouled, but they didn't call it.
Well, I think Fontipon was going to cut it, but then decided to go out to the corner. So it caused some confusion for Washington.
Kind of reared up a little too high. Miller Mayo drives in. Now pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound. Session gets it and puts it back up and in. And Coach Adams is not happy right now. He's going to take a 30. Oh, no, Hall's taking it. Okay.
Well, Coach Adams is probably going to tell his team, hey, we're not even blocking out at all. They're more athletic, they're taller, they're stronger, faster. So they're going to get to the ball quicker than us by everybody's calculations right there. So we have to box out, use the fundamentals of the game.
So the lead has changed hands 3 times already in this quarter. 5:16 to go. Hall on top, 18-17. Merrill leads all scorers with 7. Session is the leading scorer for Hall with 5.
Hall going back to that man-to-man full court press.
They easily beat it. Mavs will back it out, work a little clock, get set. Merrill almost lost the handle, now needs help. Fonsupan up top. He's pretty nifty with the basketball. Drives in, wild shot, no good. Probably not what Coach Adams had in mind. Jamar tried to go inside the Session. It was blocked away by Merrill.
I think Fonsupan thought he was going to be able to just throw it up and over the defense.
Little too tall for that, though. Coach Coleman. It seemed like he's real happy with originally with the way they were looking. Miller for 3. In and in. In, out, in.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it was going to bounce out for a second, but
it just dropped.
It was gonna stay in.
Yeah, 4-point lead. And another turnover. Mayo on the floor. Yeah, it was on the floor.
This is the kind of pressure that I was talking about earlier, and getting them steals and quick baskets.
Washington's going to have to come out of the ball game. That is his 4th foul. And Southside will take a 30 with 4:14 to go.
Well, that's bad news for Southside, because even though Franks is a dynamic player, Washington, I believe, is leading in scoring.
No, he's just got 3. But he's been very active in making things happen. So that'll be a tough blow for the Mavs as they stay in the huddle a little extended, and the officials are going to have to shoo him back out onto the floor. Well, Hall with an opportunity to open up maybe the biggest lead of the ball game here on this possession. Already up 4. Session down low. Wow, a lot of contact and nothing called.
I think that Session lost the ball going up, so that's why there was nothing
Well,
called.
he sold it pretty good as he and Merrill both went flying. Franks has not scored in the second half. Nice fake. Washington. Oh, he called it, and Mayo comes away with it. Jamar to the basket. Got bumped, but got the basket to go anyway.
If Hall can get a couple more stops, they'll be able to run away with this thing real quick.
Critical juncture for the Mavs. Boy, they're getting close to 10 seconds. Just got it across. They had Merrill underneath the basket, but they're just trying to find somebody that's not wearing orange. Easier said than done. It's like there's 5 or 6, 7 or 8 of them out there on the floor.
Yeah, Little Rock Hall being really active on defense right now. Moving.
Stolen away. West, or no, that is Miller. He'll take it in. He's fouled by Franks. That was a hip check foul. More frustration than anything. Does Franks need to be a little more aggressive?
Franks does.
Looking for a shot?
Well, in order for Southside to work, Franks has to be aggressive, collapse the defense, and kick it out to somebody so they can be aggressive. And that's not what they're doing right now. Franks is not even looking to go get the ball and go score.
Hall in the midst of a 9-0 run now. And the lead is up to 8. Washington just dribbled right into a triple team and lost it. Mayo for 3.
That shot could have been bad news for the Mavericks.
Yeah. The Mavs get it quickly across. See if they can get Franks involved in this possession. Well, Mitchell might have walked. Merrill with a jumper ends the run.
That's a big shot by Merrill. You know, calm down Southside's nerves a little bit. They got a bucket on the board. And they've been playing good half-court defense, so maybe they'll be able to get a stop and get a quick score on.
You know, we haven't seen Elijah York tonight, number 12 for Southside. Had a good game last night. Not sure if he is injured.
Sometimes people get in trouble.
Yeah, something may happen, but yeah, it just occurred to me we have not seen him at all tonight, and he played a lot of minutes last night, so I'm sure there's a story there. Coach Coleman going over what he wants from his team right now. Got to like the way they're playing, up 6, and Coach Adams is trying to draw up something to get his team going. They've hit a lull.
Yeah, the Southside right now, they need to stop coming out of this timeout. What do I call? Looking to extend the lead even farther.
I'm not sure Franks has even attempted a shot in the second half, has he? I don't recall one. We'll see if he'll be a little more aggressive. It'll be Hall basketballs. They'll go the length of the floor with 2:26 to go in quarter number 3. The winner to advance to play for the championship tomorrow. Miller thought about an oop, had it blocked right back to him. Session says, hey, let's do it again. Mayo to Session. Oh yeah, you can't stop that.
That's a great way to drive and dish down to your big man. Any team that's in zone, you have to be able to drive. Something will be open.
Coach Coleman implores the pressure. Critical juncture right now for the Mavs.
That's a big shot by Foxenhorn. You can tell he shot that shot with confidence, stepped into it, let it fly.
Yeah, his team needed that basket. Lead is 6. Time starting to go the other way. Miller long. Session.
For a second there, I thought Session was going to dunk it back
Yeah.
in.
He's got 9. I'd say he's going to have a spot on the all-tournament team. Somehow Merrill corralled it, got a shot up, but couldn't make it.
Frank should have shot that floater.
Look out. There's the dunk we've been waiting for.
Frank should have shot that floater when he had the chance, you know, maybe get himself back in the rhythm a little bit.
10-point lead, the biggest of the ball game. Session getting stronger as the game moves on. Merrill. Oh, well, that was mighty close to a 5-second call. Mitchell, no.
You got to make those. You're down 10, need a bucket, you got to make those layups.
Hall has put the pedal to the metal here in the third quarter. Here comes the oop. Oh, yeah. You could see that one coming from up here. Pretty play. And Hall is pulling away strong to the hoop. Dylan Session with 13, a couple of dunks. And the Warriors are looking like they're headed to the championship, back for the fourth quarter after this.
Sportsmanship at its core is respect,
integrity,
compassion,
honor, and self-control.
From all participants, coaches,
officials, and fans.
Games may get heated, intense, and personal.
This would likely lead to chaos and maybe even violence without sportsmanship.
True sportsmanship leads to having clean, fun, enjoyable competition.
I know you want me to learn discipline and self-control.
Can I learn discipline and self-control by watching you?
Sportsmanship, be positive, cheer for your team.
Your behavior at games shows who you are
and what you value most.
Parents are very important role models.
Let your child see you upholding these principles of sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship avoids all criticism and unkind actions.
We understand some calls will not go our way.
It happens at every level of sports,
even with the professional officials.
Do you get it?
Sportsmanship emphasizes the importance of respect, integrity,
decency, and self-control.
I think we can all agree that these values are needed now more than ever before.
Demonstrating sportsmanship shows that you care about all kids, not just your kid.
Please don't demonstrate your lack of sportsmanship on social media. It's embarrassing.
Education-based activities are about more than winning and losing. They are about learning.
Tonight's game, powered by Mascot Media. We provide branding, promotional, and fundraising services for high school athletic programs nationwide. We begin the fourth quarter.
Southside doing a good job of moving the ball around right now. About to get a good shot by Washington.
Little splash. He's got 5. That is what the Mavs needed.
Now that the Mavs need to stop.
Miller, Mayo, and Jamar playing catch around the perimeter. Williams, high post, just pushes his way to the basket. Proctor's going to get hit with a foul. Williams makes the first. Koulibaly checks back in. Gives Hall a little more size down low. So the lead is 11 with 7:04 to go in regulation. Southside's got to figure out a way to attack this pressure. And a foul away from the ball. Koulibaly picks up his second foul. That is team foul number 4. Well, that was well away from the ball, too.
Yeah, I wonder what he did. He was probably doing some unnecessary pushing. That's usually what a call away from the ball is.
That gives Southside the chance to inbound it close. Franks can't get it to go. That's going to go off Proctor and out of bounds to Hall.
First shot of the second half, and that's not what you want to see.
No.
If you're Coach Adams and the Southside Mavericks.
It was not a good-looking shot either. So Hall looks to extend the lead. Sessions wanting it in the paint. Mayo gets it down to him. Baseline. Oh, my goodness. They cannot stop Dylan Session.
I think that Session has found a way to wake up, and he's going to start taking over right now.
Caden LaRoche picking up his third foul. He'll come out, and Mitchell will come in. 3-point play for Sessions. He has 16.
Session kind of woke up right here in the second half.
That ankle got loose. Southside just doesn't have it right now. Fonsupan.
Well,
frustration foul.
In the first half, you saw that Southside was able to control the tempo, control the narrative. Here in the second half, Little Rock Hall, they control the tempo and they control the narrative. And you can tell between the two halves what it's done to both teams.
Southside will take the full timeout. Let's take it with them and return. 6:18 to go in regulation at the Coke Classic.
Do allow me to learn to fight my own battles. Don't try to relive your youth through me.
Do allow me to make mistakes and learn from them.
Don't allow me to quit before I complete the activity. I need to learn perseverance.
Do support me and come to watch me play and perform and be my biggest fan regardless of the outcome.
Don't encourage me to specialize in a specific activity or sport.
Don't talk bad about my teammates and coaches.
Do teach me to respect my coaches, instructors, and officials.
Do understand that education-based activities are more about just winning and losing. They're about learning.
Hall in front and in charge. Looking good. 14-point lead over Southside. 6:18 to go. Is there still time for Southside to make a comeback? Hall's basketball as we get underway.
And right now, in the half-court offense, their main guy is Session, even though they score without him. I was about to say they need to look to get him the ball, but did pretty good right there.
Wesley with the basket. Southside's running out of time. Somebody's got to step up and try to shoot the ball. Again, the defense just giving the Mavs fits. Miller will pick up his first. Washington, no good. Rebounded away by Wesley. Coach Coleman takes a timeout. He's not happy about something. He'll take a full timeout, so we'll pause. Hall in front comfortably at the Coke Classic.
Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, provides an extraordinary real estate experience for clients and agents. Come see us at 3920 Rogers Avenue or online at WeichertFortSmith.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
39-23, Hall comfortably with the lead with 5:29 to go. Looking to punch that, take it to the championship game here at the Coca-Cola Classic. Let's see. Last year, Bryant was our championship team. So we will have a new champion this year, as of course Bryant is not here to defend the title.
Well, I believe they're in a different tournament in Central Arkansas.
Oh my goodness, Mayo just drained a three from the Arkansas River. And that's probably the dagger.
Yeah, you see this one got out of hand really quick. Oh, Fonseca says otherwise.
He's got 6. And that ends what was a 9-0 run by Hall.
The Little Rock Hall, they're doing a good job of controlling their tempo and how this game is played.
Miller, pull-up jumper. The bank is open. He's got 9. Boy, that is a little surprising. Didn't look like there was a lot of contact, but there was enough to call one on Miller. The second, and that should be 1-1. I thought that was the 7th team foul. Or no. Yeah, I thought that was the 17th foul on Hall.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
Oh, wait, no. The Mavericks have 16 fouls.
Gotcha. That's right. I've got it wrong on the scoreboard. Hall in no hurry, and understandably. Content to just run clock. Otherwise, Mayo might have shot that 3. Hit one from about that distance last time. They'll back it all the way out. Kind of an old school 4 corners offense. Probably had, if anybody's run this since the late 70s. But it's effective.
Maybe the Globetrotters still run it.
Yeah. Very effective in killing clock. Mitchell a little aggressive. Yeah, a little hip check there. Can't do that. And that's bonus time now for Hall. I don't know why the bonus was on the scoreboard. So Mayo at the line for a 1-1. RJ's got 6 points.
Southside, they just need something. Maybe if they start a little run, put some pressure, crazier things have happened. So there's a little bit over 3 minutes left to go.
True. Still mathematically possible. Now, realistically, that's another question, but there is time. Washington, no good. We got a foul on the floor. There's a couple players wrestling around, and Fonseca looks to be shaken up a little bit, and he is hurt.
That's not good for the
Rebels.
Rebels.
That's not him. That's not Fonseca. Who is that? I can't tell. Is that Merrill?
Looks like Merrill.
Yeah. Medical staff out to look at him. I think he and Koulibaly got a little tied up underneath. Session showing some good sportsmanship, going over to check on him, and Joshua will hobble his way to the bench. Tristan Lane will check in for Southside, and they'll have to wipe up the perspiration on the floor. Exactly 3 minutes to go. Northside and Fair coming up next. Wesley back in, Mayo back in as well. They're going to have to shoot. They don't have time to be dribbling around if they want to get back in it.
Yeah, they got to figure out some way to get some quick points, and they're just doing a lot of standing and dribbling right now.
Well, they are starting to empty the bench now, so that may be kind of a white flag, if you will. Washington probably got away with steps. Now they're just kind of playing assist kings. Washington, though, hits the 3. 2.5. Hall back to that 4 corners. Making Southside work. Chase. Alley-oop, Tom Session, be careful. Washington just fouled out of the ball game. He'll foul out with 8. Now you just don't want anybody to get hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of dangerous to move under a guy like that, but he may not have been aware he was up in the air behind him, since he was behind him. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Maybe he thought it was a shot he was trying to box out.
True.
You never know what's going through a player's mind. It all happens so fast when you're out there on the court.
That is true. Looks a lot easier from up here. Session missed it, but he's had an outstanding night and saves it. Mayo, reverse layup, good. I'd say the math's going to win on this one. I don't think it's possible to come back down 18 and 142.
Unless you have somebody like Reggie Miller out there,
Yeah.
where you can just
hit some threes. Yeah, both teams are going to empty the benches the next time out. Hall still looking to push it. Now they'll go back to the 4 corners. Coach Coleman's going to take a timeout just so he can get some subs in.
Really, Hall played a good game in the second half. In the third quarter, they were able to run it up and down the floor a little bit more like they wanted to in the first half. And Southside, they couldn't control it. Hall was just more athletic and better.
So that means Hall is moving on to the championship game. And Southside will play for 3rd place. There's no harm in that in this tournament. BJ Sisk picking up the foul. Now you just want to, well, you want these guys who don't get to play as much to have a little success. Yeah.
They can.
Nobody's looking to shoot, though. Washington's running the baseline. He'll get his activity rings cleared. Jamar to the basket. That's got to be a block, and it is.
Yeah, they haven't really called any charges off of a play like that tonight, so didn't expect that to change right there.
AJ Stith picking up the foul. Jamar misses the first. So an impressive showing by Little Rock Hall.
Little Rock Hall, they came out here, they played really well. Now they get to advance to the championship in one of the best tournaments in the state. Really happy for them and their coach.
Final 30 seconds. And hopefully it will go without incident. LaRoche launched a 3, no good. Let's see what Hall wants to do on the offensive end. Oh, if that went in, that would have been something. Washington got it to go. And that'll do it. Hall is moving on to the championship. 48-31. Not the highest scoring affair, but didn't say how many points you had to score. You just had to score more points. Dylan Session led all scorers with 16. Carlos Miller added 9. Brock Wesley with 6. Ja'Cory Williams with 5. R.J. Mayo with 9. Sephiron Jamar with 3. Koulibaly played, did not score. Sisk played, did not score. For Southside, they were led by Joshua Merrill with 9. Franks, 6 points, none in the second half. Washington fouled out with 8. Fontupon finished with 6, and Washington with 2.
Some of Southside's problem was they weren't able to get Franks. Franks was not able to get into a rhythm, and nobody else could really get into a rhythm. Hall kind of took them out of their comfort zone, and you see what that led to in the end.
Franks 3 of 11 shooting from the floor. And Southside just shot 27% for the game. Hall shot 45%. None of the other stats really jump out. So we will wrap it up, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back north side, and little J.A. Fair are set to square off. But this one, all Hall. Hall wins 48-31. They're moving on to the Coke Classic Championship.